I come up here on this property to get my mental health in check. Like, I just unplug, free of worries, free of paying bills. You're free to do whatever the that you want. The beginning of me prepping was when I was in my military career. That's when I first saw the ugliness of humanity. How do I prepare for the worst case scenario? Because when it comes to prepping, as Americans, we don't know.
Where'd you shoot it?
Right in the face. So as a kid, I was constantly bullied. I was a tiny, scrawny kid. I was poor. I was the weird kid. And then, eventually, I kind of fought back. And from that point on, I was not to be with. All right, so I am looking, I think this is his heart. That doesn't taste good. As I was looking stuff up online, I came across a very interesting young Irishman called Tree is Alive. His name is Tree, very interesting character, and he's on this commune called the Garden.
I'm gonna give you a tour of the garden. Lunch is being made. Chickens are chilling under the tree. Homeboy over here chopping wood.
They don't like society. They just want to be left alone on a piece of land.
This is how you turn a tree that would hardly fruit at all to one that would fruit for up to 100 years by doing some Frankenstein.
This is like post-apocalyptic wonderland.
What we're doing here is a little bit unusual for most people in their lives, you know? Like right now, I am into a pit. You ready for that?
Yeah.
So here we are, we're at the garden. It's 21.5 acres.
That's the gunshots.
It sounds like fireworks, right? It's like a celebration.
So this is the greenhouse.
It needs a lot of work.
This is our outdoor kitchen.
This is our 5-pot fire pit, the main pit where we cook most of our food. 2 rocket stoves that boils water in about 2 minutes.
That's the shower. This black wire holds the water, and then the sun beats down onto it, heating it up.
You shower every day?
No, I hardly shower. I shower like once a month. Like I'm in the woods, you know? Like, who am I showering for? Oh, the TV? No.
Yeah.
This is the schoolhouse. To our left is our library. This is the sauna. We have a pool table.
These are our chickens. And we also have like 14 roosters right now. I make great rooster noodle stew.
Right behind me is my favorite spot on this whole land. It's the compost toilet. Swiff it in a bit. What do you smell? You smell a little mustiness, but it's not much because we have so much air getting to. And once you finish, you put this sawdust on it. That's gonna allow it to compost. This is probably a few months worth of. Yeah, it smells sweet. The type of person that flourishes within this community is a messy person because we are messy. Every sort of person has shown up at the garden, from city folk to redneck to hippie to artist.
Some people, for them, it's a family they never had. Some people look at the state of the world like, I need to do something about this. I grew up suburban, you know, high school, prom. And then I discovered that like being in nature in a really like raw form is what made me feel most alive. Then I'll go and I'll see my friends and they'll like have a reaction to like a mouse or a spider. And I'm like, oh, right, like you don't live in the woods. Rewilding, we call it. What it feels like to be like a wild animal in line with the earth and trying to connect with that wildness as much as possible.
So as I'm peeing here, it's collecting my nitrogen and storing it. And then later on, it's gonna be spread on the garden and feed the plants. Maybe we're not just wasting our, you know, maybe we can use it to help bring more life into the space, you know? So our pee is sacred. It's something that can actually free us. Well, of course there's gonna be a collapse in society. There always is. There's no endless civilization that just keeps on going.
People are wildly unprepared, even in the most basic skills.
But that's why we have the garden. We are the aftermath of the destruction of society.
Does any one person own this land? Yeah, right now it's in Patrick's name.
We don't want to hit too hard. We do want to be kind of sensitive of the older tree. There we go. There we go. Woo! Cool. 15 years ago, me and my friend Tim, we started dreaming about, I don't know, living more free. You know, we both hitchhiked and traveled, and we found this area, and built a tool shed, built an outhouse, grow our own food, collect our own water, use our own fuel sources. And ever since then, it's been like kind of growing exponentially.
We're gonna burn Saturn because Saturn represents all the evil people that are trying to control the world, and we're gonna burn it.
Is it your home?
Yeah, no, not really. The Earth's my home.
We're leaving the garden. We're gonna get new land. We're gonna go to Missouri.
They have this new land that they have out in Missouri, and it said that they need all the help they can get to build another commune.
This spot, Missouri, it's been part of the plan to buy other pieces of land.
It's kind of like the mission of the garden. The dream is that we have spaces like this all over the country. So this is kind of like the central starting hub.
This is your one chance to really utilize your skills. Do you have what it takes to build an off-grid community?
Some of the issues with being open door is that you don't always get the right person. This commune, everyone's welcome. I used to have ultimate trust in everyone. That's why I invited the whole world to come to the garden. I'm here at the garden, and let's go see what everyone's up to.
Tree was inviting the whole world to the garden just radically, like, come on down, here's the address.
Another TikToker's just arrived. Garden keeps growing.
We all thought it was so funny. We're like, yeah, sure, invite the whole world.
We were going viral, and people were loving it. What do you think of the garden?
I'm in love. Dream. I love it here.
I want to take care of the chickens.
Woo! They were like, oh my gosh, this is an option? And they wanted to be a part of it. And something switched.
The garden is most likely a cult.
This is part 3 on the garden and why I think it's a cult.
It's not a safe place.
They attacked everything about it.
They recruit people off of TikTok. This is a cult.
And the bootleg Ed Sheeran guy, like, what is that?
Hundreds of people saying that they were gonna murder me.
They forced me into this car at gunpoint. It is a cult.
FBI was called on me.
Do we live in a cult? Do we? Carl, do we live in a cult?
No.
If you even have to answer the question whether or not you're a cult, that's suspect.
Cult. I've been like so flabbergasted by the fact that people think this is a cult. Like, you are born into a cult. Society right now is a cult. You are told how to live. That's a cult. You have leaders. That's a cult. A cult is a job. It's your work. And we don't even see it. Like, it's so wild. It's so wild. I'm not maybe am I preaching? I don't know. I preach sometimes, but I'm just trying to talk.
Waves of threats, so we closed the doors for the last 3 years. But it's like, you know, how are you gonna try to get the word out without trying to get the word out, you know? So for the first time ever, we are allowing a film crew to document our whole community lifestyle. We're not playing it safe. We are screaming from the rooftops because, like, the whole world situation is not safe.
If this isn't a cult, but they just are just weird people, I'm all for that. But I'm not afraid to dig around a little bit to find out, is this a cult? Who's the leader? Who runs the show? And why are you guys doing this? And they're gonna answer that.
These are my favorite. You can use it for anything that you feel called to use it for.
I owned a cosmetology business for a little over 6 years. I decided to let my business go because the universe told me to. I mean, I know people probably don't get their hair done often, so I can do haircuts for them. I brought this sink to do scalp massages for people. This is for the shampoo chair. Biodegradable glitter. We're gonna do some Brazilians for tick prevention, is what I was thinking. We'll see who's gonna be down for that. It's just what I can bring. This is what I bring as an offering to share with community.
gonna be fun. I came on for the Missouri project, and there's still been moments that I feel like an outsider.
Narayas just wants to follow me as we do the tour. It's like so weird. If anyone was following, it would make me feel uncomfortable. Narayas is a newcomer, and I don't know what she was doing. Yeah, can you just leave me alone? Like, and let me, like, I don't want to be followed. She's been filming a lot of things where people didn't know about.
So, what you doing? Describe what this experience was like for you. We're getting boo-boos fixed. I wanted to integrate myself into the garden community, and I like to document things. So I started filming to get to know everyone. Good morning. It's been this, like, suspicious, like, energy put on me.
Wow.
She's coming to Missouri.
Yeah. Straight away, she's like causing a problem. Like, it's like.
Just don't.